We're back again.
Beautiful. Welcome back. New Faces Podcast. We are still in Scranton.
Not
in
our
Middleman
studio.
Podcast Studios. Shout out to my boy Kevin. Severely hungover, but he is here, living, killing it. We got Zay in the building with his Palm Angels on.
It is Isaiah Cumberbatch for all you peasants out there. I'm just kidding. I love everybody. How y'all doing? The other half of New Faces coming to you live from the best city on earth, Scranton, PA. And we have a very, very special guest today. Brandon, introduce him, will you?
Yes, sir. He is kind of a new face regular.
Oh, I don't like what you did there.
He's definitely, that's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But I got bars. But, he's a new face regular with us. He's been on our, podcast a few times, but it's been a little while. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Rapper, streamer, gamer, and he hates purple jeans like me. Jay Show in the building.
A round of applause. How y'all doing? Thank you for having me. It's been long overdue, but we here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We had to get a couple takes right with us for New Faces. So, we here now. We good. Yeah. We actually got camera this time. You know what I'm saying? We actually had camera for your one interview.
For a little bit, though. We didn't have it the whole time. But
it was just for your freestyle and then like a little segment, I think.
Yeah.
So, now we got
my boys is leveling up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we trying. Shout out Kev.
Absolutely.
Appreciate him for the studio.
That's a fact. Kev definitely came through for us in a big way. But yeah, the last time we spoke was before the pandemic, 2019.
Damn.
Maybe even, it actually might have been 2020 when Red before
the pandemic. That's true.
Yeah.
Around that time.
What's been new for you? You got a lot of things going on.
A lot.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about on this pod.
we got
show
for days here.
A lot has changed, but I've remained the same. Since you said we got bars, I just felt like spinning the bar.
Okay. All right.
I didn't get it.
I feel like it. You didn't get the bar?
I didn't get it.
I'm not gonna explain it. I feel like it's been a blur since the pandemic, so it kind of just feels like 1 year has passed, but it's been a long time. A lot has changed. We here, man.
You could say it's been all a blur.
Oh God, dude, stop doing that shit, man.
I don't even blame you because I do the same.
Yep.
I do the same thing. But I'm chilling, man. I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be on the show again. You know what I mean? Back at it.
Like I said, it's been a long time coming for 3-4 years now. So we happy here. You're not just Jay Show no more though. You're a cool kid from Bronx now.
Yes, sir. Cool kid from BX. That is I as well. It's one of my aliases. Yeah, it's it's crazy. I was cool kid from BX the whole time. Like that was my gamer tag from like
Jay Show has
13 years
been
old.
Cool kid from BX since we were pups.
Yes.
Okay.
So like it's just so happened that name made a name for itself. But I've been that name the entire time.
Since our Xbox days online, Call of Duty, all that, Forza.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Let me turn that off. That's my ring camera.
That's you. I thought it was somebody's ring.
So I'm about to do something. I'm going to do something, but don't say anything because I know you're going to say something. I just guarantee you're going to say something. All right? So let me just turn that off and then turn these ones off too.
Yeah, see, I knew that was coming.
I knew you were going to say something about it. That's why I prefaced it. It's kind of embarrassing, bro. I don't like having 3 phones because people think I'm a drug dealer, but like I run 3 businesses, bro. So what am I supposed to do? All right. Yes.
That was crazy.
That was 3 new iPhones.
Wild.
3 new iPhones is wild as hell.
It's not 3 new iPhones. One of them is old.
3. Okay. Anyway, whatever. Rich ass motherfucker. But anyway, let's get right into streaming though, because
Yes, sir.
I feel like even though you've been doing this for a minute, like like video games and shit like that, that was something that really you picked up on and took off with during the pandemic. That was something that was, I would say, relatively new for you in that regard in terms of making a business out of it. So tell me the origin of it, what happened, take it back to the beginning.
Take it back to the beginning. So like I said, Cool Kid from BX was a name that I just made up to play Xbox Live. Like I always fiended to play Xbox Live, but I always play games. I always love video games, specifically car games. And everything that I'm doing now, I was doing in my bedroom or in my living room, recording myself. Like I had a little steering wheel on Xbox, but I wasn't playing games. I was just imagining that I was driving around and stuff. So I was like cruising, playing music, recording myself, like trying to be funny. So I realized that it was pretty entertaining. And there was moments where I was like, damn, I wish we were recording. That was so funny.
Yeah.
So around 2019, I just decided like, yo, I'm going to start like streaming and making content and stuff. And I don't think I really planned on like blowing up or anything, but I just thought like, yo, these are funny moments. I want to share them with people, and I just want to record them. I tapped the table, and I just want to record them for us to watch back. So I started sharing them. I started going on Twitch, and I started posting on TikTok, and that's when that shit took like a huge leap. Like I was consistent, posting 3 times a day, and then I started seeing the views and I started seeing the following, and I was like, all right, I have to keep this going. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where that came from. I just really thought we were hilarious, and I thought people should see it.
Okay, fair enough. Now, it's different than music in the sense of you're posting every day as opposed to music. It's a process. You're in the studio, a song doesn't drop every day for you, right? Yeah. Or anybody really in general. So how different was that work ethic, from gaming to music? Because like I said, you're posting 3 times a day as opposed to music where it's, maybe once a year if you want to drop an album, singles every now and then. What's that work ethic difference?
The difference was that in order for me to post 3 times a day, all I had to do was stream 1 time. So if I'm streaming for like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, I'll just take clips from the stream of things that I thought was funny and just chop them down into little bite-sized pieces of content and post them on these platforms. So like, it really wasn't, I'm not gonna say I wasn't working hard, because I definitely was, but it wasn't that hard. Like 4 hours worth of content, 15 seconds
each
of,
time,
you know what I'm saying? So like, I would just sit there, get a bunch of them, and I'll post 3 a day, 3 a day, 3 a day. So it definitely is different from music though, because music, I have to be in the mood. I have to like, I can't force it because then it's whack, and then I'm already judging myself. I'm a perfectionist, so like it does take a lot more time, but that's something I was able to just do and go without worrying about the creativity, even though there was creativity in it. Like this isn't just, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah, you currently stream on Twitch, right?
Yes,
only
sir.
Twitch only?
Yeah.
Have you recently checked your numbers from when you first started till now?
No.
You haven't?
No.
So for the audience out there, this just wants to know Javon's numbers. I have them right here.
Oh God.
Yo, you really?
I have them right here.
Got them on. Wow.
I do this with all the streamers. Not just Javon, the big ones. Well, he's gonna be big soon, so you ain't gotta worry about that.
I really haven't even started yet. Like,
and for Javon up to date, his followers, he will be at 200,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And from when Javon started, 2 followers when he was playing, what's this, Brawlhalla?
Yeah.
In May of 2019. Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then in January of 2021, when he started playing Forza GTA and BMG Drive, he went up to 20,000 followers.
Damn. I never even knew that.
And then hours streamed, 2,000, and Javon in last month he reached 155,000 followers.
Yes, sir.
And hours watched, about 400,000.
Jesus Christ. So he's calling me Javon because we go way, way back. Like I'm talking forever ago.
Since little pup days.
Like pup days. That's my government name. But no, that's crazy. May 2019 was 2 followers to like, and it's crazy because I don't even stream anymore. Like that's a whole process that I'm going through right now that's going to reflect in the next body of work. But like, I feel like I've gotten comfortable and I've started feeling entitled. And we can get into that a little bit later because I know y'all got questions, but
of course.
I need to get back to being hungry to like the 2019 when I had 2 followers. I got to get back to that, but you know what I'm saying?
So do you think like, when you see all those other streamers out there now, not just doing streaming for, because there's not too many, if I'm not wrong, there's not too many doing that are big that are doing like BMG Drive, Forza, American Truck Simulator, all those games. So when you see like Kai doing the in real life stuff, like Aiden Ross on another stream, you see like Cash Nasty, you see like all them doing more in real life stuff. How are you trying to transition to that?
I'm definitely trying to transition to that. I have an IRL channel, which I'm posting on, but I'm still figuring out the exact kind of content that I want to post. Yeah. Right now, it's just like car-based stuff, but I want to get into like the vloggy stuff and just like the lifestyle stuff. But I'm definitely wanting to pivot. When I said I'm running 3 businesses, it's a bunch of channels that I'm running, including the IRL channel, a second channel that isn't car-based, just like games, just whatever games, Call of Duty, whatever, stuff like that. I'm doing a live channel that's going to be from the Twitch, just clips from the Twitch. I got J Show, obviously. I got just a bunch of channels that I'm trying to grow and run at the same time. So I'm definitely trying to expand and diversify for sure.
So from going from the days when we were playing Need for Speed Underground, Midnight Club Dub Edition, Forza, Forza 2. How is you stretching out and branching out specifically in the car games? Like, how are you trying to differentiate yourself from everybody just strictly playing like Fortnite? Everybody's getting on a new Call of Duty. You see, like the new Spider-Man game came out. How are you trying to build an audience? Because you have a big following on TikTok and YouTube, and it's you driving, which you used to do just without a video camera, and you just have music on the speaker driving. So how are you trying to like make the car simulating or become a big thing?
It's kind of crazy because I kind of did it already. So like before me, there were people on YouTube that would post car videos and stuff like that, but it was for just people like me who love cars, just cars. But when I came in, it's so weird, bro, because it's almost like a music industry, but it's like not. You would think it's like not what it is, but it is what it is. So when I came into the game, I started posting videos that people who don't even like cars can watch. Like, it's not just the cars, it's the entertainment factor. It's the bonding with me if we can, and the just entertainment value. Like I said, me and my friends, my other boys, they were hilarious. So I created a niche, and I actually named it, I called it Simtertainment, or like Simtainment, which is like simulation racing, but entertainment. And again, there are people before me that were posting those kind of videos, but the only people that watched them were people who are into cars. People that don't like cars are watching me for the entertainment value. So I think I already created a niche, and I try to like not be egotistical and like try to play myself down a little bit, but I really did start something. Like, I started something huge to the point where there's people doing what I do, and now they're able to flourish off of it, but I opened the floodgates, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's really cool. I think I've already done that, and I'm just continuing to grow it, you know what I'm saying?
Because you also play City Driving, right?
Yes.
Correct? City Driving Simulator?
Yes.
You are the second result that pops up for Google now.
I made that game really popular, like extremely popular.
That's crazy.
The Google results, it is the game, and then it's Cool Kid from BX.
Yeah. Kai's played it. Kai Sinat's played it. Speed has played it. Tons of people on TikTok play it that go viral all the time. Like, that's what I'm saying about the niche that I've created. Like, I've made these games appealing to people that don't play car games. Like, I made so many people buy wheels. I should be so up right now. I should have so much more money, but it's cool. I'm chilling. I'm happy to be able to inspire people to do something new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely created a niche for sure. I know I did, for sure.
First off, I want to say before I get into my question, Zaya is apparently the Nardwar of stats.
OD.
I don't of like
really
gaming
just,
stats. You came out.
What it felt like.
I was like, yo, I was watching it in real time. Like, what the fuck?
May of 2019, you had 2 followers. I didn't even remember that. How did you know that?
That was crazy as hell.
That was crazy. Crazy.
Both of our faces were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, like I said, are you taking like a break from it? It sounded like you were saying, or are you still doing that sort of thing?
No, I'm still doing it. I'm saying that I feel like I haven't been going as hard as I can, is what I'm saying.
Do you want to find a new niche to go into? Or is it like, maybe a different game you're looking into sort of deal? Like, what is...
Yeah.
Because I'm very unfamiliar with the... Like, he was telling me, like, you should ask this question. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about personally, because I don't know the streaming game like he does.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, do you have to like find a new like niche after that, or like is it just stay on this? What is your game plan overall with
So
it?
I plan to like stick to this niche and grow my following based on this niche, but I want to open up new, like, that's what the different channels are for. Open up new avenues for people to come in and enjoy what I'm doing. Because although people watch me that don't like cars, at face value, you just see this guy playing with cars, so you might not give him attention. But if I'm doing something that you're interested in, you'll go to that channel or that avenue to watch that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely will stick to the things that I'm doing, but also do other things and grow those audiences as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I remember like not knowing you were doing this and just being on TikTok.
I don't talk about it.
Yeah. But like it was also like one of those things where I was like watching I'm like, I was laughing at a video and I'm like, oh, this dude's funny as hell. And I'm like, he looks like Javon.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that fucking? Because like it doesn't say your name. It says Cool Kid from BX.
You
I'm
don't
like,
know.
I was like, is that Javon?
I think you said it to me the one day.
Yeah, I was like, is this Javon? He goes, yeah, bro, you've been doing this. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, since when? So what was the first video that you saw success in that made you go, okay, this is now something?
I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. Because like, mind you, I'm coming from a position where I'm working at the airport, making $10.50 an hour. I actually enjoyed the job because I'm cleaning cars. I like cars, so I'm vacuuming cars, cleaning cars all day. So I'm posting these 3 videos while I'm working. Like I'm posting them, and I posted this one video the one day. It was a Settle Corsa video, and I did a reverse entry. A reverse entry is when you bring the car backwards when you're drifting, and then you catch the corner. I did it, and the video started picking up traction, views I've never seen before. And I'm like, yo, this like, what's going on? And people are commenting, and like, it just was like a hit of dopamine. It was like a rush. So I was like, yo, I gotta double down. I gotta really keep doing this. Like, I knew I had something, but that was the first indication of like, all right, bro, you need to tap in. Because at that time, I wasn't even doing what I'm doing now. I kept evolving and going back to what you were saying about staying in a niche. I plan on staying in these niches, but continuously evolving. So, that's the first video that I saw, and then a couple of days after that, another one.
His road struck. Keys fell.
The little Beamer. Yeah. So those are my first indications of like, all right, bro, you need to keep going. And then they just started going viral back to back to back to back. But mentioning how you didn't know, it's not something that I ever talked about or wanted to speak on. I just was like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't know. I'm not an egotistical dude. Like, that's it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
No, I feel you. Because like I said, it was one of those things that caught me really off guard. Because like again, like during the pandemic, like we're not really talking to nobody. At least my end, I didn't know anything that was going on. So seeing that video just organically on my like For You page instead of like my friend's page, it was crazy. I was like, yo, I got one, I have to follow now because obviously, but 2, I was like, yo, what the? I'm like, there's no indication that this was ever gonna like. I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy. Now, how did because monetizing it is, probably crazy in that regard, like how to like go about it. So, I was curious as to, what that process was in terms of monetizing, the streaming aspect of things.
Yeah. So basically, streaming is what happened to me was I found out that TikTok was the best marketing you could ever do on earth. And I kept posting stuff and trying to send people to the places that would get me paid. Yeah. So streaming, Twitch, VODs, YouTube. So they would go to the Twitch, they would subscribe and, donate and leave bits, which is another form of donation. And YouTube, you get ad revenue. So when people are watching your videos, you just get paid whenever those ads pop up. So imagine getting 1 million views and 1 million people are sitting there watching these ads or skipping them or whatever. That's where you monetize it at. Right. So it's not really difficult. The difficult thing is actually getting people to come and watch the videos or sub or you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. So that's how you monetize it. It's really simple. You got to make a Google Ads account or something like that, and you're good. Set it to your bank account. You're straight. You get paid every month. All right. It's dope.
Because we're definitely, obviously, with this.
Trying to get into
it.
Absolutely. Man, hit me off of this. I'll tell you, what I'm saying? I'll tell you all the game.
We're trying to get the drive for it.
Two.
I think I gotta go. I don't know.
2 this early, 18 minutes in.
What
You got 2 of them bitches in.
I can't even read time. Yeah, definitely. I can help y'all out with that. It's just not that hard.
All right, absolutely. Let's do it. You got it.
I
know you got another.
Yeah, we still going for the streaming. Out of all the games you played so far, what do you feel not only is your favorite, but that you can see playing more long term, and that your viewers like you playing more?
BeamNG for sure.
BeamNG.
It's a game that is just chaos, and that's why they like it. Like if you crash, your whole car crumples up. Like it's like realistic as hell. So people love seeing that. And then what I did, bro, like I don't know what made me do this, but I started it, and I'm not the first person ever in the world to do it, but I'm the person that did it on video and popularized it. But like when I'm driving and I crash, I'll flail in my seat.
Yeah,
like I'm flying around.
Simulate the crash. Yeah,
I simulate the crash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first person to do that. Not in the world, but the first person on camera to popularize it. And that brings them in. That was another way I evolved because I didn't start doing that. When I started, I wasn't doing all of that, but I just kept figuring out new things. And I thought it was hilarious.
Right.
Like I was doing it, I'm driving in my room, and I think, what happened was I was on a bumpy road. I was on like some rock crawling or something. And I just started like bouncing around like this.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, this is mad funny. He's looking like he's really in the car. I was like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
All right. So when I got into a crash, I pretended I got into a crash. That's something I definitely popularized and is another way that I kept evolving. You know what I'm saying? But BeamNG is definitely the game that they love for sure. Like, bar none, hands down.
Because I thought, like, I know you have like the whole setup for the game too. So I thought it was like, I obviously knew you were putting more into it, but I thought the actual seat was like kind of.
Everybody thinks that. I never answered the question. Everyone in the comments would be like, yo, does he have one of those Simbrick things? I'll just ignore it and just let them think whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. I do it. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Fair enough. Good. Now, I want to get into the music.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Because that is my shit. Now, the last time we spoke was Red Durango.
Yes, sir.
And
that's crazy.
I know.
Damn.
Wild.
Yeah.
Because we were there for was it okay? So the Snoop Dogg performance, right? Was that before or after you dropped the album? I want to say it was before.
I think it was before. That was.
It had to be before because
Yeah,
you dropped
yeah,
that shit.
I dropped it 2020,
February
28th, 2020, and the performance was September 26th, 2019, or something like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of music has happened since then.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And I wanted to get into the 3 singles you dropped during the pandemic, which was Therapy, High Fashion, and The Race.
Yes.
Right? So it was 3 different types of tracks. You know, the High Fashion, you were talking your shit. The Race, you were singing a little bit. I like that. But Therapy is my shit.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be our intro before we kind of ended it in Scranton. Like our last,
dope.
Our second iteration of New Faces, right?
That's dope.
So Therapy was a really that was a track where I was like, okay, everything is clicking now. Because now the production is quality. He's rapping on a different level. He's locked in on storytelling and things of that nature. Take me through that song, how you were feeling at that time, because there was definitely some you really exposed yourself in terms of your feelings like insecurity in music.
Yeah.
Because I remember at one point we were begging you to drop shit. You know what I mean? Like drop the album, drop the album, drop the album. And you talking about the insecurity in music and friends betraying you, things of that nature. I want you to go into that mindset when making that song.
That was a crazy time, but it was so important, bro. I had to go through all of that. Damn, where do I even start? So Therapy. I recorded that in my room on my old MacBook. And I was sitting and writing, and I was frustrated. I was so very frustrated with my circumstances and the people around me and family and just me trying to do this thing and feeling like I'm completely alone. And that's really where it came from. I just dove into everything that I was going into, but I think I was penning it to a future version of myself, or just penning it to anyone that needed to hear it, or even my current self. So that's why I started with, how you doing? Hope everything's going well for you. We in this pandemic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just me venting. It really is what it was. That's why it's called Therapy.
Right.
So it was just a time where, bro, I just really wanted to win, bro, but I was not winning. So I was just frustrated, and that's where it came from. It also came from the heart. So it was genuine. Everything in there was real. Like, I'm not just embellishing for music.
Right.
So, yeah, that's where it came from.
Because I actually felt the frustration in your voice.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
Because it was real.
Yeah.
It was real.
It was real frustration with everything.
It's the most frustrating thing in the world when you see something and nobody else sees it. I don't have an example, but just think about being able, like, I could see, the meme with the girl on the plane and she's like, that dude right there is not real.
Yeah.
Like, imagine seeing something there and nobody else sees it, but you're trying to get them to see it, but they just refuse to see it. It's extremely frustrating, and that's what it was for, like, my dreams and my goals. It was like, yo, bro, I'm nice. I'm really good at this rap thing, but at the same time, the lack of support and just my mind being my mind makes me insecure about it. I feel like maybe I'm not as good as I think I am, because it's not moving the way it's supposed to. But at the same time, I'm him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I
Right.
do this. Listen to what I'm saying right now, you know? So it was just a back and forth of my mind. Really.
Did you feel like you weren't getting the support that you needed from friends and family at that point?
In a way, what I came to learn as an adult, as I'm growing, is that your friends and your family, they're supposed to support you, but they're not the ones that you're selling to.
Right.
They're not your customers.
Mhm.
They are there to support you. They're not there to buy from you per se. Now, I still struggle with this. I still don't know what to expect and what not to expect. And I oftentimes just stay alone for that reason. But I felt half supported and just half frustrated that you can't just put me on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I said I was 2 relationships from Drake, and I am. I know someone that is close to Drake, but won't put me out there. But I said in the song, I understand that you can't just do that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm right here. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it's my frustrations because, bro, I'm a very wise person. I understand things. Like, I would never expect someone to just bring me to Drake.
Exactly.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
right.
Or bring me to anybody. I would never expect anyone to put me on. But at the same time, it's like, damn, you can't just put me on, bro. Like, you can't just make this phone call for me. But
Right.
it's still a back and forth that I have now. I don't know what to expect. But at that time, I didn't necessarily feel supported, especially from family, seeing them do certain things and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And I think that kind of reflects in Lifetime Entertainment too, which I was surprised not only that you had an album, like you just dropped that album ready to go. Like, because again, it took you a while to get Red Durango out because of perfection and things of that nature. And then you dropped this a year later, and quality wise, everything is better from
It went up.
songwriting,
Yeah.
from production, from rapping, flow, everything, singing even too. Like you had 3 tracks in a row. I believe it was Temptations to Okay. Temptations, Bayside, Okay. I don't know if I got that order right, but you know that was like the 3 tracks. I'm like, okay, like I know he can rap,
Yeah.
but his singing, I wanted to see improvement, and I'm like, oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That shit
For
is
sure.
there.
Yeah.
So, what were those studio sessions like for Lifetime Entertainment, which dropped in 2021, which also made my top 50 albums?
That's fire. That's fire. Those recording sessions were absolutely amazing. I have footage of some of them. I have footage of a lot of stuff, and one day in my documentary, I'm gonna have that kind of footage that Kanye had in Genius. But they were great, bro. Shout out to Depp. That was my engineer at the time. I was literally recording in Scranton, around the corner from my house. I think it was Platinum. It was great, bro. It was very fun, and it felt right. Crazy thing is, why am I drawing a blank? Red Durango. Okay, yeah, that's a different story. But when we did Lifetime, it was just great, bro. It was just great. Like the cover art. I just don't know if nobody's ever said it to me, but the cover art, my boy Zell did it. It's me as a kid holding the globe, but the real picture is me holding one of those balls.
Yeah,
like,
in the pit. Yeah.
But he made it into a globe.
Mhm.
And that's just how I felt at the moment. I felt like I had the world in my hand. I felt like the universe was just feeding creativity to me, and I was just writing it down. You know what I'm saying? So crazy. New Citizen, Bayside. Crazy time, bro.
Mhm.
100%.
I have videos of doing D-Boy. And man, it's just great. It was great.
I definitely need to see
Yeah.
those behind the scenes
Yeah.
footage
Yeah.
too, because the studio, like seeing like someone in the studio really like lock in is crazy, because that's where the music actually happens, where like everything starts to click.
It starts
almost.
to click, for sure.
And it's crazy that like you went. It's kind of the same. I don't want to say same formula as Ray Durango, but like I could see like, okay, he's doing something that is so much more improved on here, which I believe, I forget the name of the one that was on Red Durango. It was like something in Daquan.
Dave and Daquan.
Dave and Daquan. And then another track you kind of did D-Boy. It felt like a similar vibe there.
Yeah.
But like so much more locked in storytelling wise.
Yeah.
Was there anyone that you kind of went to in that regard, or was like for inspiration, not just on just like rapping, but just being able to tell a story as a whole, or locking in on your versatility, or was it just like throughout time and perfection, just going through it and getting it right?
It's a little bit of both. Like different songs have different inspirations. So
Okay.
like D-Boy, I was referring to the way that I grew up and the people that I was around, like the adults, that were doing stuff and seeing different things and just, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the song, I got into stories about my dad and, you know what I'm saying? Everything has a different inspiration, but it definitely was time and just the perfectionist in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny, David Daquan wasn't even going to be on the tape at all. I wrote it last minute, went to the studio and just put it on there and then submitted it to DistroKid.
Yeah.
And I love it so much. It was like one of the most perfect things I've done. But yeah, it's just different inspirations. Like for instance, why can't I remember the song? I'm thinking of Circle Back right now. All I'm thinking of is Circle Back. And I'm thinking of the instrumental name. Track 2 on Lifetime.
Oh, Hurry Up and Wait.
Hurry Up and Wait. That song was inspired by my cousin's dad's recent passing at that time. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just different inspirations for different songs.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so how was having your mom be on the intro track?
I feel like that was so important.
So, yeah, could you just talk about how, like, me knowing your mother for just so long and just knowing who she is, just how she always was so nice to everybody. She was always so welcoming, and then to always, like, support you. Because even back then, she was always like, yeah, Javon's always rapping. He's upstairs. I was like, where's Javon? Like, where's J Show at? Upstairs, rapping. He's playing with instrumentals. I'm like, so, like, how important was that having her on there and having that message on there?
It was extremely important because I wanted to set the tone for the whole tape. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I never called anything an album. I called them a tape because I feel like that perfectionist in me that I hate just wants it to be a tape. And when I do the album, I got to do a big production, big features. You know what I'm saying? So it was very important for her to be on that for me because I wanted to set the tone. Like, yo, she's proud of me. Like, she's proud of me. And that is what I want. I just want my mom to be proud. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be able to take care of my mom. So it was very important for me. Very.
Yeah. So when you dropped the album, this is when we were doing the podcast with Zay and Zay, Leon, Gary, and me, right? So we actually reviewed it, and everyone had a different answer as to what their favorite track was because you have so much versatility on there. When it's when it comes to singing, when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to rapping, like everybody knows it's just a relentless bar for bar.
Yeah.
One of the best tracks you put out bar for bar wise, and then my favorite at the time and still is, I think, is Focus. Like Focus is my shit.
Yes.
That is absolutely, the beat switch on that is incredible. One of my favorite songs. Was it Focus? Or
Focus is the beat
Focus.
switch.
Second
Focus.
last song. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't mess up Focus and Beyond.
Yeah,
because
no,
those
you're
are
good. Be
like
honest.
two of my top 5 right there. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But you kind of gave a different sound for every like listener.
Yeah.
What sound at this point are you kind of leaning towards, or are you staying in that realm of versatility
Now?
Yeah.
Um,
Like for the next album, for just singles, like what has been your like lane that you've been really locked in on?
big records.
Okay.
Big records. I have some stuff. Like, I have a song that I'm going to put out next year with a video that's going to go stupid. Like,
Okay.
if this isn't the one, I don't know. But I got a few joints. Like, I'm doing a video tomorrow. I'm going to go film a video
Yes,
tomorrow.
I remember that because we were talking
I
about
have a 3-day shooting. And even that song is pretty big. It's going to be the biggest video I've done so far. But the sound that I'm on right now is just, it's kind of whatever comes to me. When I'm listening to beats, I got a few producers now. Shout out to Z Vince, Jay Rich, a bunch of producers. Sir Wave, Bodega. Like, they just send me beats. I even found a new dude. His name is Vivid Sounds. He is ridiculous. So I'm focusing on just making the best music I can, bro.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. So it doesn't even matter to the realm. It's just like
It doesn't
whatever
matter.
like at that point.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that because your sound has been different from your freestyles to Red Durango to Lifetime Entertainment, and then the new album next year. Are we going to see a different J Show for each album? Or basically,
Yeah,
you're going to keep leveling up into new lanes.
Yeah, like the growth in me as a person will reflect in the music.
Okay.
So next year, like I said, I already gave you like a hint of what it's going to be. It's basically going to be me describing my life now into where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? So mixed in with all the vibes will be the real stuff about me. You know what I'm saying? I just like doing that. I like documenting. I'm a real big person, a big documentation person. I like documenting. So like, I have a son now. I record everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I record everything about me, the way I'm feeling, the way I'm thinking. I like being able to look back. So the music is kind of that for me. When I listen to Red Durango, bro, I can literally go back.
Right.
That came because I had a Red Durango rental. That's when I first started working at the rental place. And Red Durango just signified that time for me. That car in red with a Florida license plate signified that, which I got to get one. I got to get the Hellcat Durango because it's only right. But Lifetime.
I got something really, really crazy right now. And it's like kind of weird. I'm so sorry. So like, all right. I had this dream the other day that I got hit by a fucking red Dodge Durango.
Oh shit.
I know this is like coming out of left field, bro. You just said red Durango and I'm just hearing it, and it just like I kind of
just click.
What the hell?
You know, hold on, universe, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't meant for me to get hit by a Durango, but maybe you were supposed to pull up.
Yeah.
And you know, the Durango is you.
Yeah.
I don't know, weird guys. I'm sorry.
No, maybe he's supposed to. No, don't laugh. Maybe I feel him though, because maybe you're supposed to.
Maybe it was him.
Yeah,
maybe he
it was
clipped
me.
you.
Maybe you like summoned me or something, or like maybe you're supposed to get hit with Red Durango, so go listen to Red Durango and like, yeah. You have to go. You have to go listen to it now.
Okay.
You gotta go listen to it because it's gonna hit him.
Yeah. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to the tape now.
You gotta listen to it, like for sure. Set a timer. But no, what was I saying? I forgot.
Honestly, that threw me so off.
It threw me off.
I had no idea what
that was
was
great. That was great.
That was great.
You know, new evolutions of you.
Yeah. That's really what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be the new level every time I get there. You know what I'm saying? This time around is like I said, I just feel like I got too comfortable and entitled. And when I say entitled, I mean like things are supposed to come to me. I'm not supposed to work for them. But it's not true. It's just my first time being in this position to where I can basically have anything I want. And nobody ever taught me how to be in this position, so I have to learn. And that's what's going to be reflected in the music. Like I keep going through journeys mentally and, you know, figuring out life as I go. So that's what the music is. I like document. That's what I was saying. Documentation.
Yeah.
So I could look back, listen to Red Durango. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I could go back and listen to it and put myself in that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And I do kind of want to break down some of the tracks that, you know, we kind of already spoke on, but like just overall, like the meaning behind a lot of these tracks.
For sure.
Like I said, Focus is my favorite.
Yeah.
So that beat switch felt like a monumental point in like, even just like in life. Like I felt like you were actually painting a picture for me.
Yeah.
Where you're talking about, you know, your mom in the first half where, you know, she wanted you to kind of just breathe like a fairy, like, you know, she wants you to be successful, but like not in a different lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was more so like, we want you to be comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
But you were like, you had a different vision, and we actually talked about it where you were like, you see the vision no one else is seeing.
Yeah.
And obviously that I don't think that means you're frustrated by your mom or anything like that. That's not what I'm inferring. No. But just like that mindset that you were in, where you're locked in on this certain thing, and then that beat switch. Tell me like what that studio session was like for that song.
So I brought two different beats.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, can you make this go into this? And I'm going to tell you how to do it. So when you do it this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it went. Mm-hmm. And the studio session was just me recording because I'm pretty sure I previously wrote it already. I'm pretty sure I wrote to both beats. And I was like, yo, this is going to be the craziest switch ever because this is what I do, bro. Like, if I'm getting beats, whether it's on YouTube or whether they're sent to me, I put them in a row of what I want on my project. And, like, if it's on YouTube, bro, I'll pause one video and play the next into the way I want it to play. Because I'm really into like just that continuous, just going from one song to the next song. Like I think I killed it on Red Durango. The first 4 songs, they flow into each other so well.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's how it went. And when I put that song together in the studio, when I actually laid it down, we just knew like, yo, this is crazy. And T-Pain actually heard it. He listened to it.
I did see that. I saw that. I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, T-Pain. Yeah.
He listened to the first little bit.
That.
Yeah, he listened to it for a little bit, and then I specifically told him to go to the second half. I told him to go to the second half because that's where the beat switch was, and that's the part I wanted him to hear. And they were like blown away, but they're saying, "Oh, you know, he's just rapping." They don't know I could do other stuff too, but I get that. But that song, bro, is yes.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's one of the
that's
ones.
definitely the one for me. That is the one I go back to all the time. And I think, I don't know, it's just something when you're breaking down a scenario in life, it really like captures my attention.
Yeah. I wanted to get back to what you said. Basically, like with my mom and those things, the song is really, again, just about what I was going through in life. So, like, again, my mom wanted me to just be good. And I don't want to be good. I want to be great. I want to be epic. I'd rather die enormous than live dormant, like Jay-Z said. So, you're wanting me to do this to just stay afloat, and I want to do this, but there's a divide. I'm not really doing what you want me to do, so it's kind of like, well, what are you doing? Because you don't see what I see, that thing in the corner. So that was that part, and then, bro, I was just going into everything I was going through. Like, that's it, just documentation.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, the documentation of, like, when you're rapping is just so clear to me. The vision and shit like
you can
that.
see
So
it. Yeah,
absolutely. And then you get songs that are like very vibey. Like I said, the Temptations to Okay, Temptations Bayside Okay, and it was like, I always knew you could, you know, sing in that regard, but like seeing that 3-track run, I'm like, these are songs I would play every day with ease.
I appreciate that.
So again, take me through a moment in time with those tracks. How did you want those to, like, obviously you wanted those to be in order, but like what was the process of those 3 songs too?
I wanted to not just rap.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're a rapper, you can't really get that far just rapping. Like, you need songs that people will like and songs that you will like as well. But I really liked those sounds when I heard them. I was like, yo, I gotta make something out of these. And they all kind of just flowed so well, miraculously. That's just kind of how it works. Just like the universe just puts it there. But I just wanted to make something that people could listen to that wasn't just so hippity hoppity, rippity roppity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to do, but I also still like to say things that are bars without giving it to you in a bar form. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just like making music, just rap, singing, whatever.
100%.
Yeah.
Because the vibes are very high on those tracks.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
These are like R&B tracks I could definitely get down with too.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah, I really, because I like I said, this is my favorite, you know, collection of like music that you've had up to this point, in terms of like albums or tapes, right? Yeah. Now, when you go into, you know, obviously this year, you know, you dropped a few tracks: Bubblegum, 850 Freestyle, Circle Back, which is the newest one.
Yeah, sir.
Great song. You already know how I feel about that song. You know, what is, you know, for Circle Back, when you came with the music video and shit like that. First off, what was the singer's name?
Jay Rich the Genius.
Jay Rich the Genius.
Yeah.
First off, shout out to him.
Amazing.
Fantastic singer.
What?
Where is he from? What is, you know, like?
He's from, I'm going to say Stroudsburg, because I'm not familiar with like the little parts, but he's from Stroudsburg, and he is incredible. He's great.
Yes.
Bro, the story behind that song, the way we were, like, I think this is maybe the first time we met in person when we made that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right.
So, what were you going to say? I don't want to.
No, I mean, just like take me through like working with him.
Okay.
And then, you know, how you guys connected at that point. Because
Bro.
like I said, I didn't know about him until then,
Yeah.
obviously, but I was like, okay, I need to go check out his shit too.
Yeah.
Like that was the first collab. I was like, okay, this is Jay definitely works with this guy for sure.
For sure. So Raw Quality, shout out to Raw Quality. He's my engineer. Amazing guy, amazing work. He's just a genius. He knew Jay Rich. He's Jay Rich's manager, and he was telling me about this kid, and I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. He had a project that he took down recently, but it's called Mayflowers, and when I listened to it, bro,
Yeah.
oh my God, like top tier, like you think he was famous already, but he's not yet.
Yeah.
Keyword yet. But he the one day I was telling him, I was in the studio, I was in Raw Quality studio, and I was like, yo, like, you know, tell Z Vince to pull up. He's a producer. Tell Jay Rich to pull up. And they did. And he was sitting there and he was telling me about what he's going through in his life. And he was, you know, I don't want to give all the information about his life, but he was talking about the subject matter of the song. Like, you know, I'm doing this thing and nobody sees it. The theme of this, what we're talking about right now.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, you talking to the right dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you got to do this, this, and this. You got to whatever. And at some point, I was talking, and I was like, yo, you know, like, you will go out and get what you got to get, and then you can circle back. And he was like, yo, he does this thing, bro. Yo, he's so great, bro. He does this thing where if you say something and he likes it, he lights up and he'll write it down.
Mhm.
So he
Right.
wrote down circle back. And I'm still talking, and I think I was talking about like either my mom or my friends or something. I was like, listen, I had to do it for me. And he was like, wrote it down again. I'm like, all right, cool. So Z Vince was there, and he's playing a beat, and he was like, yo, this beat is all right. Like, I didn't really do anything to it. He played it. It was a circle back beat. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
what? Like, this is crazy. We got to do something right now. So I'm writing, and Jay Rich is writing. And again, he does this thing where he's writing. He's like, ha, this is hot. This is hard. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So he goes to the mic, and he says what he says on the song. And I'm just like, what? He goes, I had to do it for me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How many times will it take from me? And I'm just like, yo, bro, you're amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I have to match that in the verse. Like, the verses, I have to match that. So that's where the subject matter came from. It literally came from a conversation. That's what his
Yeah.
music comes from.
That's wild.
He's amazing.
Yeah, that was a great collab, and we definitely need more.
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
Because that was the one I was like, all right, yep, this is it for sure.
That's my guy.
Love
bro.
that one. Now I did want to go back to Lifetime Entertainment, but in a different way. In terms of the support, the love you got from Red Durango to Lifetime Entertainment, because at that point, I believe your streaming was blowing up at that point.
Yeah.
Were the fan bases kind of, for J Show and Cool Kid from BX, were they kind of coming
Colliding.
together at that point, collabing?
So kind of. I never wanted to just throw my music in Cool Kids people's face because I never wanted to turn them off. Like, I was new to it, and I was like, yo, I want to capitalize on this. I can't
Smart.
really,
Yeah.
I don't want to sell them on this too soon. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So
Yeah.
I would slowly put my music in the videos, and like, if you heard it, you heard it. Like, over time, New Citizen is now at 250K, which is crazy for
Yeah.
me. Like, I separate myself. J Show is J Show, Cool Kid is Cool Kid. J Show is still a starving artist. Like, I haven't really done anything yet. Cool Kid is, you know, he's Cool Kid. So 250K for me is, how is that even possible? I have my shit off. 250K is crazy for J Show because 250,000 times New Citizen was played.
Yeah.
So at
Great
that-
gym song, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. At that time, they definitely were combining for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's actually a smart play on that too, because it's like you don't want to force
To just
your
force it.
fan
You
base
can't,
on music, because then it's kind of like, all right, maybe you lose both at that point instead
Yes.
of gaining more.
Instead of gaining.
So but the music fan base definitely grew at that point. What was, obviously, I'm assuming New Citizen was a song where you're like, okay, like now traction is gaining for music too at that point. How different was it? Because it felt like maybe for Red Durango it was local love,
Yeah.
and now it's kind of like worldwide love.
Yeah.
How, like, did you like break down like where your biggest fan base is at and things of that nature, and like how you went about that?
I didn't write it down, but I started seeing people share my music from like Germany and France and different countries,
That's
and then
crazy.
local and in different states, like posting videos of them singing my songs, bro.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't write down specifically where the most people were, but I was able to see like where the listens were coming from, where the Shazams were coming from, like stuff like that. And it was just crazy to see it's all over. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just down the block or like people that I know that I sent it to. It's people that are listening to it on their own. Like, they took the time, clicked the link, went and listened to it, and played it back and made a video. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
No, that's wild. Go ahead.
So, like, speaking on as J Show's music becomes bigger, and he does start getting all these people from France, Germany, China, and all these other places listening to your music and just coming in, and you know, you see the streams going up. How does the hunger stay the same as more people are like, oh, he's popping. Let me start listening to him more. And you're like, oh, I'm chilling. Where do you find the hunger to be like, I gotta be on the top of charts.
Yeah.
I gotta be the number one artist right now in the world.
That hunger just comes from like just being a kid and seeing Jay-Z pose in front of a Bentley for an album cover. Like, those are the things that I've always aspired to do. And I think that's where my lack of hunger recently has come from, because I've always been this way. And now that I've got a little bit, small bit of success, I feel like now I might have been like, okay, I can relax, but that's not the case. But the hunger just comes from the knowledge of knowing how much more freedom I will have when I put in more work. You know what I'm saying? And it also comes from seeing mediocrity being celebrated when like people are actually doing great stuff. It's like, all right, if you could do that and I'm over here doing good stuff, I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from.
100%. And I wanted to speak on the Scranton like area music wise, because I feel like I'm very in tune at this point with Scranton music, whether it's rap, R&B, rock, which there isn't really a lot of R&B, but just saying in general.
Yeah, you are in tune with the Scranton music.
I am. And I wanted to get your take on how you feel Scranton as a whole musically is. Like, what is your? I know you don't live here anymore per se, but like it's still like that's kind of where you're from, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way. So like, what is your take on Scranton music right now? Has it gotten better since you started? Do you feel like you're kind of separating yourself from everybody in that regard? What is your thoughts on that?
I don't want to separate myself from anybody in that regard at all, but I'm not really aware of what's going on. And I think that's another issue with me. But I'm not really aware of like the music in Scranton. I actually think I am, but I'm just drawing a blank right now. But I don't know. I don't really know what's going on.
I don't either. Brandon, he's always telling me about what's going on.
Yeah, not even in like an egotistical way. I just don't know. Like I'm not even.
It's not even in a hating way.
It's not even like I'm not checking for it. It's just I don't know, and that's probably a problem. It's like, this place hasn't really had that shine, and I kind of want to bring that shine to it so that we do know who's popping in Scranton. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that.
So we actually kind of had an interesting conversation about that with Fodor, with the culture of Scranton, and how he talked about like the complaints that happen in Scranton, people complaining, always like just never like being on their grind per se. And then me feel like I stick with this fact that we are the most like us being voted as the most depressed city in America. And I feel like those kind of intertwine in that regard.
Yeah.
Did you feel that as to a reason why you didn't want to stay here? Or was it like, what is your thought process on Scranton culture in general?
It's so crazy. We had this conversation on the podcast, maybe the second time or the first time.
I think
we
it was the
talked
second
about
time,
it being the most depressing city. And I don't think I agree. I don't feel like location has anything to do with success. Now, don't get me wrong, in terms of resources and opportunities, yes. But what I mean is intrinsically, like, just because the place is depressing doesn't mean you have to be depressed and not put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like we have all the resources and stuff. I'm just saying that doesn't mean for you as a person to just say, you know what, this is depressing. I can't work under these conditions. I don't want to do this.
Right.
Nah, I did something from this place. The culture around here. Again, another problem with me is I'm kind of just disassociated. I'm a loner. I just be by myself.
Right.
So maybe that's why it's not as depressing to me.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
I don't really feel any negativity. I feel like the negativity is just forced a little bit. And maybe I'm just not in tune. I could just be completely wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I do want to clear that up too, because I didn't mean like in terms of like, oh, I don't want to work. I don't want to do nothing. I meant more so just like as like a hateristic sort of feel. Like I feel like there's a lot of people that just hate.
Oh,
in this area in general.
That's
more
going
so
to be a
what I
thing.
meant, yeah.
That's a thing. It's like, it's kind of like if you do want to do something for yourself, people will be like, who do you think you are? Like, what do you want to, please stop, stay. You're in Scranton. You're not. I get that for sure. That's a real thing. I'm not fazed by it. So I can't really speak on it too much, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's not,
yeah. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curiosity.
Yeah, because I was telling him like when we were growing up, I'll tell you about it from the time like elementary school to like the time right before you like you dropped the first tape. We were just having the time of our lives.
Yeah, bro. What?
Like in Scranton.
Yeah, just fun.
Like
Tons of fun. Bro, I have a really fond memory of my childhood and growing up. I've been in Scranton since I was 7 years old. I'm 27 now, but I moved away 2 years ago. But like, I've had fun the entire time, and maybe it's I don't know. I have no complaints, bro.
Okay.
Like I don't think I live the same reality that other people live, and maybe that's just because I might be blind to it or I might not be paying attention. But everyone's reality is valid in their life. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody.
That's fair.
I just don't see the negativity. Like, we had tons of fun.
Yeah.
With no drugs or alcohol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
no money, really.
No money, no drugs, no alcohol, just pure fun. So I can't really relate to it.
Yo, for really, we didn't really. The parents would get us really too much money at all.
Telling you.
And it was just people were like, "Yo, you from Scranton?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, that place is so depressing." I'm like, I was like, I didn't hear that till a few years ago.
The podcast. I didn't hear it until right before the podcast.
Before that,
Interesting. Okay.
before that, no.
I thought it was fun.
I thought every day after from 8 a.m. till probably 7 p.m. we were having the time of our lives every day.
Right.
Yes.
So we had the most fun in school. People were like, "Yo, why y'all having so much fun in school?" I'm like, "Yo,
School's fun.
we would never miss a day."
That's facts. I literally didn't want to miss school because it was so fun. So that's why I just can't relate to that conversation.
Okay.
I can't.
And then everybody's like from all around telling me like, "Yo, how, it's depressing, sad, and how you like it there?" I'm like, this is my city. This is my town.
This is home. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
bro. And like, I be feeling kind of guilty saying it's home because people say it's so bad, but this is home, bro. Like, I love Scranton. I just love it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about it, but
Okay.
like, people say you can't make it out of here and stuff like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
hello, right here.
No, I mean, I definitely think it's. I mean, I never like had such a depressing time. I think it's more so like when we get older and like now we're adults, and I feel like a lot of people kind of have that mindset. I don't know. I feel like it's more so that than when we're kids.
I think that just is.
But that could be just the work ethic of how you grew up.
The
in
work
general.
ethic and also just small town mentality. Like,
Yeah.
this is a small town still, so everyone knows everybody, and it's hard to try to grow because people have this perception of you, and that's the perception they have of you. They can't let you grow because they've known you since second grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to grow, but if you just put that to the side, you could win.
Yeah. I be telling people I'm from Scranton, they just be like, "Ew." I'm like, "What? How do you even know?
Literally.
Yeah.
What do you know about Scranton that's like this bad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what information did you get?
Yeah.
But I want to talk about, because there's, again, since the last time we've seen each other, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. The growth is insane. I want to congratulate you on everything.
Thank you.
For that
Thank you.
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
But not even just that. Like, now you have a son.
Yeah.
You bought a home. You have a massive car collection.
Please don't say it like that.
That's about 8 cars.
Don't say it like that.
GTA out
It's-
front.
No. I got a couple cars. That's it. They're all rentals, so they're not mine. I'm lying.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you're lying.
Just trying to
We need to
deflect.
do a vlog about it.
I'm trying to deflect. I did do a vlog about it. No, a lot has changed, bro. I have a son now, and I love him to death. He's so smart. He's so cute. I was saying, like, picture baby me. That's him. You know what I'm saying? He has a great mom, and I'm just having fun, bro.
When you got the news that you were having a child, obviously, like, maybe like you didn't know the gender at that time.
Yeah.
But like, how much did that change your mentality in terms of I need to be successful, or just making a change for yourself? What was your mindset as soon as you heard that news?
It was so cliche because everybody says it, but it's like, yo, I got to do everything in my power to provide for my kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says that, but it's literally the truth. Like, I was like, yo, bro, I knew it was a boy. Like, I knew he was a boy.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard the news, I knew he was a boy. But I'm like, yo, I got to make sure he's good. Like, he has to be problem free. And at that time, I was doing okay for myself. So we were fine on that front. But I want to build it and leave him stuff when I'm no longer here. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing that I thought of. Like, yo, I really got to go even harder now. You know what I'm saying? So that's
That's why you got 3 phones now.
Yeah, that's why I have 3 phones now. Yo, bro, that's so embarrassing. I hate it.
3 phones is wild.
It's wild, bro.
3 iPhone 15s,
No.
14s.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious. You couldn't deny that shit at
yeah,
all. And like I said, you like buying a home, especially now, like where it's like it feels impossible to like buy a home because of raising, shit like pricing and everything like that.
Yeah.
I sound so uneducated when I said that,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
did,
fine.
you
Whatever.
did.
You get what I'm saying. What was that like feel of accomplishment with that?
So I don't know who told people I bought a house, but I did not buy a house. I didn't buy.
You don't
that
buy a house?
No, I'm renting that house.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
I thought you
very
bought a house.
expensive, but I'm renting it. I didn't want to buy a house yet because of
Okay.
the things that you were trying to say. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the market right now is kind of crazy. And when I buy a house, it has to be stupid big. Like the house that I'm in now is it's okay. But I need something like I've always wanted a ignorantly big house, just dumb. So I didn't buy that house. But being able to live in a house like that when I come from not that is a very special thing to me. Like I have like marble floors. I got like a man cave with a 120-inch projector. Like I've never had these things. So I'm extremely grateful and proud that I'm able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether or not I bought it or not. To be honest, if I bought it, I'd be paying less money. So, yeah, no, I definitely am enjoying every single piece of it, especially because the only reason why I got it was because of my son.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only reason why I got it, because I lived in an apartment in Wilkes-Barre, literally on Main Street, and he had too much stuff, bro. The living room was just full of baby stuff. So like, yo, we got to go get something. And quickly I found that place
That's where I saw your car collection, by the way.
at the
Oh,
you
Main
did,
Street.
yeah. I think you sent me a picture.
I sent you a video.
That was the early stages. It's gotten crazy since then.
Because I parked there to go to one of the stores that's like right next to your place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember seeing these cars. These are definitely Javon's.
Yeah, I remember that. Damn, bro. Time flies.
You won't let me drive one. That's crazy.
Nah. Can you drive stick?
What?
Can you drive stick?
No.
Okay, then no.
Yeah.
Nah, the import stick. You know what I'm saying? That's just stick. Hey, time out. But no, nah, bro, it's amazing. I said stupid.
That's funny.
It's amazing. It's just dope. I'm grateful.
Yeah. Now, where did your fandom of cars come from? Because, like I said, you got...
I've always,
We ain't got enough time for that.
it's always been like that.
It's always been like that?
Always been like that.
We could do 10 episodes on that.
Yeah. And really, I want to say it came from my dad because my dad always had cars. Like, for me, the most blissful thing in life is a nice car and good music. My dad always had a nice car, and we were listening to Jay-Z when it was new, like Volume 2, like Volume 1 at that time. I don't know how to describe it, but that's like the most important thing to me. So that's where it came from. And then I took his habit and just made it worse. Like I'm terrible.
And you
with
just
it.
started buying games and
Games and wheels and little
Yeah.
toy cars and I've always been obsessed. Always.
Do you have the dream car that you always wanted now, or are you waiting on that?
I've always had a dream car. I have a bunch of dream cars, and it's
No, but I mean, do you own the dream car that you had? Like,
this is one of them. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah,
the one that you drove up on.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, a few of my cars were dream cars for sure. But we still got a
Still
couple
got
things.
work
I
to
got
do.
something
Yeah.
coming in the winter, so yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
Well, nah, it's kind of crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna.
I do want to talk about the interludes
Yes.
for your albums. When can we get one? When can we get a feature on it?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. We
I'm
could
just,
do
I'm
that.
just throwing my shot up there. That's
Nah, we could do something like
Don't
that.
believe it till we see it.
Yeah, just nah, for sure. Because
Right here on the pod, you heard it, so he
Yeah.
has to do it now.
Yeah.
we could probably.
That's
work
getting-
something
He's
out.
on cam.
That's getting clipped.
Let
That's
me
putting
say
on
probably
TikTok.
just in case because they're gonna try to. You know what I'm saying? Just we could probably make something work for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. You know what I mean? Because I know Zay animated as hell too, so he
Yeah,
definitely got
absolutely.
something
Let us
for you.
get behind the wheel.
Why does he do this? My hand is hurting, bro. My hand is hurting.
That was so.
What time is it?
You are disgusting.
Yeah, a
That
little
was a
bit.
good one.
No, that was
bro.
awful.
It's terrible.
That might have been your worst one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the ones you said yesterday were real bad. The Phoenix one, that was so bad.
I should start reversing these, huh?
I can only imagine. Oh wow.
No, that's too much. Yeah, I'm gonna let you sit with that one.
Yeah.
I'm really good at this.
Sure.
I'm really good at this.
So what do you be doing in your spare time now? Because when Lifetime Entertainment dropped to your first single in 2023, you had a year off.
Yeah.
So what is your spare time looking like these days?
Bro, I don't even really have spare time. My mind is just always busy, bro. Like I always feel like there's something I need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But in my spare time, bro, like I started playing 2K, like the new 2K, 2K24 again. I don't actually play video games by myself. Like I only play with my friends or if I'm recording. So I started playing with John and write music. Anything I do is just towards the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really
Buying that
do
watch.
anything in my spare time. What watch?
The watch you got on your wrist. What other one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
John's been in my eye the whole time. I was looking at the camera. I was like, this the one's on.
I don't know what he's talking about.
One eye squinting.
Yeah, I was like,
We got our Apple Watches that are mine's dead right now.
I need one of
My
those.
shit's not even on. You got a whole Rolex on right now.
A what?
You got a whole Rolex on.
this is
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is an AP Apple Watch. The
You know what I'm
collab.
This dude is hilarious.
They don't got this yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet. You got this special
100K
pack.
deposit just to get this joint.
It's a fact.
It's crazy.
I do want to know about your friendship with him, like how, like the length of it, everything like that. Pause.
Bro, it's crazy because like I knew Zay before I knew him. My earliest recollection.
Hold on. That was a crazy pause
What
moment.
did he say? What did he say? What did
He
he
said
say?
the length of it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god!
I just want to let
Yeah.
that be known.
The length of it is
Go ahead,
crazy.
continue.
Oh no, I feel like I've known Isaiah before I've known him. That sounds so like cliche and weird. I've known him before I've known him. No, my earliest
That was
recollection.
super whack, but yeah, okay.
It was my earliest recollection was second grade because that's when I just came back. I used to live in Atlanta, but previously I lived here when I was like a baby. And my mom knew his family, so we probably hung out before we were able to recall it. You know what I'm saying? So I've known him forever, forever.
Yeah, because when we were talking about getting you on this interview, he was talking about like how long you've been gaming, how long you've been wanting to write.
Because he
rap.
knows he was there the
Yeah.
whole time.
That's wild.
Yeah, we used to Isaiah's birthday parties used to be so lit, bro. We used to play Guitar Hero and like he had a trampoline. Yo, this dude was rich, bro.
Oh yeah,
he had
100%.
He had a
Come on,
big
yeah.
ass house, a trampoline, a dog. Having a dog is rich to me. Like when I was growing up,
Yeah.
that's rich. You could afford dog food. Like what? He had a trampoline, big ass backyard. I'm pretty sure he had a basketball hoop. It just used to be mad fun. So we've known each other forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because he's always said he's broke, and I just don't
He's not
believe it.
broke. He's wearing Palm Angels. So.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. You be wearing designer every episode.
Come on now.
Birthday parties were crazy back then.
They were crazy.
I had them set up all the time.
Great times, bro.
All the
I
time.
couldn't wait. What?
I am mad. I like the whole class over there too.
Literally.
And his birthday's in the summer too.
Yeah. So, bro, it was lit. I don't even think we were in school yet. I think it was like,
His birthday's
was
the
never
beginning
a
of
school
August.
night.
August
Yeah.
2nd.
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
never a school night. It's lit. Damn. Good times, bro.
Yeah, for
Facts.
When can we come to your house?
When you come to my house, you come to my house whenever.
All right, I'm sliding
You know what
through.
I'm saying? Pull up.
is there
If
security
you ready
gate?
to drive. No, there's not a security gate. My neighborhood is mad quiet, though. In my, like,
Gated?
no.
I don't believe it.
It's like, it's not gated.
You just asked that
It's
question.
mad spaced out. Like, my neighbors are mad far away, bro. It's crazy. It's dope.
Is it like living in the woods then, or is it just like a community?
It's like a community.
Like it's a-
I don't. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a community though. It's dope. My neighbors are nice. It's nice. It's really nice. It's dope. For sure.
Now, do you have like a studio in your crib you go to? Or you have a studio that like you base out of in that point? Or?
I have like 2 studios that I go to. I go to my boy Raw Quality Studio, and then I go to my boy Denny's studio. He's in Allentown. His studio's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
But I can record in the crib, but I don't really. I have like a separate computer and stuff, but I don't. But yeah, I just go to those 2 studios.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now,
good.
what is it that you're, obviously with plans, what are the goals now? Because they're obviously different from when we last interviewed you.
For sure.
It seems like you've definitely hit those goals. What are the next goals now?
Yeah, my goal
So that
is
we
now.
can, when we interview you in 2026 or whatever the case is, after another 3 years, we could talk about those goals you already reached.
My goal now is to formulate a team and take it dead ass serious. I mean, I have been, but like I want the music to be a day-to-day thing now, and I need help. I feel like I've already gotten to a level alone that I can't continue alone. Like I've already I've done everything by myself. Now I need someone to come in, some people to come in and, you know, help me do some stuff. But I definitely want to go, like, start doing the industry things, like try to go for a Grammy and like try to get on the Billboard charts and try to grow the music to actually be bigger than what it is. Because right now I'm still doing local level numbers. I'm still doing, you know what I'm saying? I told you, J Show is still a starving artist. Okay. So I want to start building up to that real level of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That.
Have you been doing shows, like any live shows?
I have not done any shows since the Snoop Show.
Okay, so are you looking to do that too? Because I feel like that's got to be the next step.
Yeah, I think I want to do something. This is just me putting it in the air, but I want to do something where I combine Cool Kid and J Show and make like an event and probably make it car related, but also perform there at the same time. And I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I want to do some more live stuff though.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be that would definitely be. I think that would be a hit, and we will definitely be there for that.
For sure. Appreciate it.
But he's gonna have a different designer shirt
Of
on.
course.
Didn't he say he has marble floors?
He did say he has marble.
Did I
floors.
say that?
You did.
Damn.
He said it on
You were
camera.
flexing crazy on that.
I wasn't trying to. It's just my life.
Fuck you, bro. Well, thanks for coming on, bro. We
Appreciate
Absolutely.
you. Thank you.
Long time coming.
Long time coming. Like, long time.
Long time
We've been
coming.
talking about this for years.
Yeah.
Getting you back on. So,
Literally.
you know, we're happy to, you know, have you on, have us be back on track and you being one of our first interviews for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm happy
Appreciate
to be here. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
This
thank you
feels
for
like
coming.
Home. New faces will be always home. So,
Of course.
You know.
No doubt. Well, like I said, next 3 years, 2026, we'll do the
I'm
we'll do the
crying. Well, I'll be back next week. Like, what are you talking about?
if you want to. If you really want to, we're just going to be talking about random shit at that
Random
point.
shit. Yeah.
You know, we don't be serious at all with our
Facts.
podcast, so that's how that's going to go.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow him on all platforms as well. J Show, Cool Kid BX from BX. Any other tags you got going on there? You wanna?
Yeah, you got a bunch of tags you got to give out.
Yeah, you got
J
17
Show
phones on you, so I know that's
23.
all the businesses.
Cool Kid from BX, Cool Kid from BX2, Cool Kid from Live, Cool Kid from IRL. I said J Show already. Yeah, I think that's it. I think so. There might be more.
Fair enough.
Thank you, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. J Vaughn, J Show, Zay, Brandon.
We're back again.
Bye.
Stay girthy.
What? That was horrible.
I'm gonna turn my mic off.